Hey YouTube, it's Michael W here of itsMichaelW.com, and today I'll be quickly talking about the Casio G-Shock GW3000BB-1A. And my main purpose for doing this video was when I was thinking about buying this watch myself, I couldn't find any helpful videos that answered any kind of questions that I had. So I want to try to help you out. First question that I had is, I own a digital G-Shock, as you can see right there. So I'm used to certain indicators such as the battery level and, knowing whether or not the watch received an automatic time update. So basically, as you can see, the second hand is moving second to second. And whenever your second hand is moving in 1 second increments, that basically means that your battery is fully charged or very high. If the battery was low, your second hand would actually be moving in 2 second increments. So that answers that first question. As far as the atomic time updates, as you can see, between 9 and 10 there's a Y, and between 10 and 11 there's an N. Basically Y for yes, N for no. If I hold down the A button for a second, my second hand will move either to Y or N. So as you can see, in that case it went to N, meaning no, I didn't receive a time update. So that takes care of that. Now let's talk about the display, and then let's go through the different modes. So as you can see, you have a very clear display here where it shows you the different 29 cities that it covers. You have a large minute, second, and hour hand there. The display by 9 o'clock, that actually shows you the different modes that the watch is currently in, as well as the day of the week. The display by 6 o'clock, that shows you the hour and 24-hour mode. The display by 3 o'clock, it serves for different functions depending on the mode you're in, but when in timekeeping mode, it shows you the hour and 24-hour mode as well as the minute. That's the main thing for the timekeeping mode. Going back to a digital watch for a moment, you'll notice that by holding down the B button you get that illumination, and on an analog watch you don't have any kind of built-in illumination where you can tilt the watch, but it does have another feature where it's called the Neo Bright Luminous Hands and Markers, and basically all of the the hours on the clock, the minutes, and the hands, they basically have an illumination built in where when they're within direct sunlight, they get charged. So basically, they'll glow. So if you go from a light environment to a dark one, your hands on the watch will glow. That does wear out over time, unlike the digital watch where you can press it whenever you want to and it'll be available. This does wear off over time. The specific time I'm not certain on it, but I would say it's minutes. It's definitely not a long time. So if you're in dark environments for a very extended period, then this might not work for you. But in my case, it's fine. If you're driving at night or something like that, you shouldn't have any problem. Let's go into the different modes now. As with all watches, by holding down the C button, that'll take you to the different modes. So right now, we're going into the stopwatch mode. And as I was saying, that indicator by 3 o'clock, it serves multi-purposes. This will also show you the seconds and minutes that have elapsed. So it's going back to 0 right now. Once that's happened, you can just hold on the B button to start it, and then you'll see it's 1, 2, etc. It'll go through the different seconds and minutes. The next mode that we have would be the the world time. And basically, one thing that's different about this watch is when you go into the world time mode, the clock that actually changes would be the one by 3 o'clock. So as you can see, my main clock is still showing my local time, but the indicator by 3 o'clock is actually changing to the time in the specific city that I'm looking at right now. How you change through cities would be by holding down your D button, and you'll see that my second hand will move. So right now I have it set to Los Angeles. So that I'm currently in Eastern time, so it'll be 3 hours ahead. And as you can see, my world time is reflecting that. And if I put it to NYC, which would be my current time zone, then my world time clock would reflect that as well. So basically that's world time summed up pretty quick. What you can do if you wanted your main display to change to the other city, what you would have to do in that case would be change your home city to get it to display like that. But in my case, not really an issue. Like I said, I have a different G-Shock, and the world time not really something that I use so much, so not an issue. The last feature that you have would be the alarm mode. So you can go ahead and if you wanted to set any kind of alarm or anything like that, you would do it within that mode. Last mode would be alarm, rather. So right now we're back to the timekeeping mode. And nothing to do with this video, but I do have a tripod on the way. Holding the iPhone in my hand right now recording this, so if it is shaking at all, bear with me. But this should actually be the last video that's not so steady. Pretty much I went over everything on the watch, so now I'll just talk a little bit more about the features. As you can see, this is a multi-band 6 watch. So what that means that we previously covered briefly is that it receives automatic time updates. I showed you before how to tell if it did or if it didn't receive the update, but to elaborate on when it receives the updates, that's typically done between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. Basically each night when the watch is sitting idle, it'll automatically try to update the time. So you never have to set it, whether if time goes forward an hour, back an hour, or if you manually set the time and it's not accurate, it'll automatically try to update itself. As far as the tough solar, as I said, this watch is solar power. So when it receives direct sunlight for 20 minutes or so, it'll be fully charged for up to 5 months. And when I did a review on my other watch, a lot of people asked, well, what if I wear a jacket during the winter and things like that? Will this watch die or anything like that? No, it won't die. It doesn't have to be consecutive minutes. So if you received 5 minutes of sunlight today, a couple minutes tomorrow, etc., the watch will be fine. It even gets charged from light sources, within the room. So this watch right here, I've had it over a year, and as you can see in the indicator right there, it's at high, and I haven't worn this watch in days, and you can see that the battery level is still high. So you never have to worry about the battery dying. Those are pretty much the main things. As with different watches, this one has a resin band. It's very, very comfortable watch. It is a little bit thick, but I mean that in a positive way. I like it. This watch gets a lot of compliments. Not that I buy watches to get compliments. I buy the watch because I like it. But a lot of other people like it as well. Again, resin band, very comfortable. This watch has the 2 locks, or whatever the proper wording for it is. So it's very secure, very comfortable. It's a great watch. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, I'm doing this video hopefully to help answer some questions that others may have. One thing that I didn't talk about is, as you can see, between the 4 and the 5 hand, you have the day set there. So, and looking above that, you see it has the wording "tough movement." So basically, sometimes if the watch was getting bumped or anything like that, the hands, or the way that the the hands line up can get off center. So basically, periodically this watch will check for that, and if the hands are not moving correctly, it'll automatically readjust itself. So that's pretty cool. As with all G-Shock watches, this one is water resistant up into 200 meters. So whether if you're swimming, just washing your hands, or whatever the case is, this watch, you don't have to worry about it getting wet or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that. It's great. Couple other things on this watch. As I said, it does have the beeper alarm. I don't really use it. I've never used it in any G-Shock that I've owned as far as waking up. But if you know you need to set reminders during the day or anything like that, it could definitely help you out. The calendar, it is pre-programmed up into the year 2099, so it'll always give you the proper dates. And you know, that's basically everything that I wanted to cover in this watch. So last thing that I'll show you is just a little thickness comparison on looking at, you know, this watch compared to the digital one. And as you can see, let me try to line it up for you a little better actually. Let's see if maybe if I do it this way. As you should be able to see it there, the analog watch is significantly thicker than the digital. But as I said before, that's in a good way. This is a great watch. I highly recommend it. Today's date is December 1st. If you go to Macy's, they currently have a friends and family deal going on. This watch retails for $280, but they have the 25% going on right now. So basically, you can get this watch for $70 off at $210. So you know, if you get a chance now on, you know, 2011 between December 1st and December 5th, go ahead and check it out, and you can save yourself some money on it. I hope this video was helpful. As again, you know, I always try to do videos, help people out, answer questions that I had. And you know, thanks for watching. Any questions, leave a comment, and as always, I'll do my best to help you out.